detect the abnormal, but it can never diagnose it. So similarly, what were the flaws which I found it? The flaws which are that it at present this software can detect only the teeth pathologies. It can did not detect any cyst, tumors or fractures. Second is, it can, in cases in which multiple missing teeth are there, it requires a human intervention. That means you need to guide it that which teeth it has wrongly selected, which according to him that that the software has considered to be an 1 2 is wrong. So that you need to guide. Completely edentulous case, you can't do it. So I'm going at the end of the webinars, I will just show it to you how an implant generated report can be seen. We all have passed through those sections which we prepared. So I will just show it to you those also, and even the endo cases report I will show it to you. And the accuracy is up to the 90%, not the 100%. It cannot not give an 100% accurate diagnosis. What are the positive things? The positive things, it saves times. It works as an assistant. Your technical staff, technicians, by the time he does all the measurements, this computer does is 10 times faster to it and does all the measurement, which I will show it to you. Third, the chances of any missing pathologies. As what I've seen is from my 6 to 8 months of the experiences, there are chances in which by fatigue I let it go, but because of the algorithm, this software will never let it go. It will always show it to you each and everything. Like I will show you the missed canals and pathologies. I will just show it to you after the webinar, and you can say it by yourself. The next is AI based self analysis. This is something we are not doing in a great extent, but it is of a great help if we can do it and give it to our orthodontist friend. So like this is a software in which we call a web chef. So I have just recorded a video. You can see that I've just uploaded a chef in this, and it can automatically, I guess there was a video over here. I will just show it to you, the video also. I guess the video is not working. I don't know why. So you can see that it can automatically do the self analysis. They can show it to you that what is the all analysis, whichever you want to put in, what does it mean, and if you want to do any kind of surgical morphing and everything, that also can be done. That also I will show it to you after this. So it will show it to you each and everything automatically. You don't have to intervene. You just have to first upload the SEP, and it will have a digitalization of the SEP. It will mark the landmarks. You have to just approve the landmarks, and automatically it will have all the analysis done. Like over here, this is a report generated by the software. And after asking my orthodontist, it showed that it was up to 92%. It was accurate report, and he was quite happy with it. Now, coming to the implant planning, we all we do a virtual implant planning. Have you thought about that? How does the implant planning, why in this, you can see that this last 1/6 implant is green in color. Now, I haven't done anything except by making it slightly up, and I get a warning, and it turns red. How? Because it comes to a normal anatomical landmark. It comes closer to a normal anatomical landmark, which is a maxillary sinus. So the software detects on its own and make it red. Now this is an machine learning type of analysis, not the deep learning. This is a machine learning type of analysis, and you can see that it automatically detect it is coming to closer to the sinus, and it turns into red. Now, one more thing. You can see this image is again from an Acton AI software. You can see is that I have placed an implant. What it is doing is each and every pixel is given a density. So what a software is automatically doing is automatically detecting those the gray color and the white color, and accordingly it is giving 0 and 1. If you remember, I had told you 0 and 1. It gives that data, that particular thing, particular registration, and the software show it to us in form of color, that this is a low density and this is an high density. So this is again an AI based in. So now this is something you can see. This is an automatically generated report. I have just done my implant planning, and it automatically generates report. It shows where the tooth structure implants have been planned, how it has been planned, where the density is difficult, and it will show axial, coronal, sagittal sections on its own. You can see the density, the different sections, and everything is done on its own. And this is auto in the software. I don't have to do anything. It does it on its own. So, but there are flaws in this too also. It will never tell you the small things which you want to see, but it will generate a report and makes your life quite easy. So there is one more thing which I wanted to show, that in case you want to create and models for 3D printing, how does AI help in it? Like, for as I told you, what is the segmentation process? So you can see, over here, this is a video which was prepared. You can see on the downside, you can see what I'm doing is I've automatically marked the tooth, and it will directly segment the tooth. Now, in case I want to increase the proper accuracy, then I can intervene it, and I can increase, change or morphology, or do anything I want, and I can give the direction to my software, and accordingly it will just prepare the tooth. Like over here, it has finally prepared the tooth. Now this, it is generated in an STL format which we can directly print it. Similarly, you can also do it for the bone. You can do anything like tooth, bone, soft tissue, and it is all AI based. You just have to intervene and help on it. So now, before we go to the towards the end, I will just like to show you the things which I missed out in between because of the video was not working. So I will just show it to you. I hope you can see my screen. So this is the first video I just want you to see. You can see I've just uploaded. The software showed me all landmarks. I've selected my analysis. I've approved my analysis. I can select the photo. I can do the morphing. This, so you can say this is a partially AI based. Partially it does intervenes yours, and partially it is done by the software itself. I will just show it to you, the another video of the implant CBCT thing which we missed out. You can see it over here. This was something which was not working. I will just put it on. Okay. Now you can see that it has automatically generated a thing. The thing which I told you is that what the sometimes it requires a human intervention is, you can see it over here. The canine is in the premolar. It's slightly on the partial, it is mesially inclined, so it has a confusion whether it is 1 2 or 1 3. So this is something you will to need to intervene and help the software how it is. These are the things which we already saw, that it will detect all the caries and abnormalities and which is present over here, and you can select which is unhealthy teeth, treated teeth, secondary caries and everything. And you can, at the end of the thing, you can also generate the report out of it. There is an assessment of the bone loss. You can see the horizontal line, it will show you that whether the tooth has a bone loss or not. Now we will go, in case I want to have an assessment of anything else, like I want to see whether I need to see an implant reports, whether I want to see an endo reports, third molar reports. So you can also select it. Like over here I have selected for the implant report, so I will just tell the software where I want the sections. Afterwards I will tell that what are my slice thickness, what would be my interslice distance, and I will just guide the software what I want. So here I can see I have written 1 mm, I have written what is an interslice distance I need. And now it will take another few seconds. You can see it is generating. As I told you, it's in real time a video. So it is doing, you can see it took hardly 3 to 5 seconds. Now what it has done. Now you can see that all the teeth, all the sections have been measured, and I have not intervened. I have done nothing. It has been done on its own. You can see that those sections are marked the panoramic image as we give, and it is all done by its own. I haven't intervened anything. It will does all the measurements. It will be in the proper places. So this is something I think would be an quite an assistant and aid to me, that it can just help me out in reducing my stress, in which I don't have to hire a few more people to do these things. Now, imagine I want to do an endo thing. I will just plan an endo report like here. Now I want it for my 3/7. You can see it gives me all the axial sections. I can see my canals properly. This is a report I have to directly print and give. It will differentiate both mesiobuccal, distobuccal canals, each canal, their axis, and everything will be done on its own. I don't have to intervene. There is an periapical lesion, percussion involvement. It will detect the radiolucency which is there, what is the volume, what is how much it is. Everything would be done its own. In case you want to do grafting, it will select that much area and tell you, and it gives a conclusion on its own that there is a J-shaped periapical radiolucency. Now I know that J-shaped, as I told you, AI will never give you a diagnosis. It give you findings. Where is the J-shaped radiolucency present? It is most commonly in the root fracture. So I can conclude my reports writing that it is a possibility of a root fracture. So everything over here on AI, it will work and help you doing it in a more easier way. I'll just go back to it. So now coming back to it. So how I should start this as my practice? So bring AI into practice. It's quite a simple thing. These are all software based. In case anyone is interested, can always ask me. I will share you the numbers. You can contact them. What you need to, you don't need to have anything except an good computer workstation, and at the same time you need to have a fast internet. What you need first, you need to just upload the data. Within few seconds the data will generate a reports. Now you just need to visualize and see all the things and approve it, and in within 4 to 5 minutes your entire reports with all measurements in cases of implant endodontic treatments, you and in cases of endoscans, you will get all the sections and everything, and your report would be generated. So I would just conclude is that AI is never going to replace an radiologist. It will always be an helpful assistant to you. Like you have seen in the cases which I've shown you, it can just make your life easy. We all passes through that time where we have to report 15, 20 scans in a day, 25 scans in a day, and it is a hard task. So it is something which you can do it, and whether you accept it or not, but today or tomorrow this is going to be the part of your different software. It is not that just since I am a KOL for Action, I'm speaking about Action. There is a CAS team which is coming up with an AI based. So different company is going to come with their different approaches, but they will help you. So now it is your decision whether you want to implement this technology as a part of your practice, or you still want to wait to let it reach its peak and then intervene. So I will thank you all for patiently listening to me, and I'm open to any kind of questions or any repeat thing which we can do it, because this is something a new subject, so everyone might have a questions.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful lecture. There are certain questions that has been raised in the chat. I would just tell them one by one.
Before I will just make you the host so that I can just patiently answer everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now you are the host.
You have to stop your screen, sir. Only then I can share my screen.
Done.
I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yeah, it is visible.
Just put a slideshow, Dipankar, and you can start asking the question. I mean, the question you can put up to Dr.
Yeah, so there were certain questions that have been raised, sir. The first one is just a minute. My chat is not visible.
You want me to see it on my own? I can see it if I want.
Yeah, you can see, sir, one by one. Actually, my chat is not visible.
Okay.
I'm not able to see my chat.
Okay, so the first question is I could see is sir, what will be the cost of the software, and the software used for the implant could be used in other applications such as forensic or require different AI software. So first thing is that see, the software which I have been working right now is focusing only on the implants and the normal dental reports. As I told you, it has a limitation. It can't diagnose a cyst, it can't diagnose a tumor, it can't do that thing. So it is a machine, so it has been trained only for few things. Now I have been working with them to diagnose root fractures. So that is something which will be there in the next 2-3 months. But at present, no, I don't know. I don't think so. They work on the forensic aspect. And I will go upstairs. There is another question of cost. So what I will do is I will just those who have a cost related query can always text me. I will just pass it on the number, or I will give it to Dipankar. He can share it with everyone. So the WebSAF is a free software right now. See, these are all outside software. However, as I told you, the more the data they get, more powerful their software is going to get. So right now, WebSAF you can use it for free. So So what it is going to do is WebSep machine is going to learn from your data, and at the end, after maybe around 1 year or so, they will make it chargeable. At present, it is free of cost.
Three participants have raised their hands, so you can just ask your question one by one. Whatever questions you are having, you can ask Dr. Suresh one by one.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Sir, it was very nice presentation.
Thank you.
So recently came across the cart software. Cart software. So how much it will be useful that for like for detection of smoking, other things. I was reading about cart software.
Can you just spell me CAT?
CART. Cart.
CART. So sorry, I haven't came across that software yet, but I will just go through it and I can just respond to you.
Yeah. And sir, one more doubt. One more I have. Sir, some studies have cited that these softwares can detect the TMJ degenerative changes in the form of the color codes like green, red. So how much these will be useful in the future?
See, this is like, just remember, this is like a screening tool for us. So how great it would be, like we go across like thousands of OPGs and we neglect so many. I guess someone's.
In the color code, they will tell the software will tell that there is some change of the colors and the articular surface is there.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just hearing a music. I can't hear. Okay, yeah. So, doctor, as I told you, see, it is very much possible. Very, very much possible. See, why it is possible, I can say. And first thing, and second is how we can use it. Now, first is that we all know that all the literature shows there are different particular size and the shape of condyles. Okay, so we the software we can what we can generate a model by learning him that there are 10 there are 10 variants of different condylar shape. At the same time, we can also show that the proper cortical density has a grayscale value of this. So my machine knows these two shapes, size, and the outer bounding grayscale value. So whenever there is an abnormality, it will always tell us and detect. Now, the second part is an application, how much it is useful. TMJ is something our field is we need to focus on. We all thinking the neuromuscular dentistry is something which we all need to work on. So I will say that TMJ is the most critical part, and it is something our fraternity should intervene more and more. So if it is that kind of thing is happening, it is really good for us.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Suresh, Dr. Saurabh has a question. He wants to know about he's doubtful of the pixel values should differ for the same abnormalities on radiographs of same structure taken by different techniques like IOPR techniques as well as OPG. Are they different, and they can they make a difference in detection of a minute abnormality?
Right.
He wants to know about the pixel values that you have discussed in the
right. So
in your lecture.
This is a very nice question, and sir, I would accept that thing. There is a separate algorithm for IOP, and there would be a separate algorithm for OPG. First thing. Second thing, as I told you, if you remember those slide of mine of a deep learning, there are multiple filters. Now, pixel is one kind of filter. Second filter could be the shape. Third filter could be something intensity, that how much intensity that grayscale value means, the color it is generating, it is totally white or it is like metal white or something. So there will be multiple filters which will be applied. So at the end of 3 or 4 filters, it will give you a result. So yes, those filters will stay in every IOPA or OPG, but the algorithm will keep on changing. So it gives an accurate result in both IOP and OPG. But I don't think so it will have any kind of difference in term of that IOPA would be more accurate or OPG from the software point of view, because for it is an any picture which he is going to select and he is going to determine, so it won't have much a difference.
Thank you, Dr. Suresh. One more question from Dr. Ankita Gupta. Which 3D printer should be used and which material? Okay. According to you, which 3D printer do you suggest to be used and which material?
See, it is a totally different topic, but just to answer you, I would just say that there are two kind of printers which we work on. One is an plastic base, which we call FDM printers, and other is on resin base, which are either SLR or DLP. So to start, if you want to print models, you should go for FDMs, and if you want to do surgical guides or more accurate kind of work, you need to go on a resin based. So you can either select an SLA or DLP printers.
One more question from Dr. Surya. He wants to know about artificial intelligence in forensic radiology.
Sir, at
the role of artificial intelligence in forensic radiology.
At present, I don't think so they have intervened. But what they are working on is even I am working with a colleague of mine, is that we are working on this, still working on utilizing scanning, 3D scanning at the site of during the forensic analysis. But we have not intervened AI, and I have still not came across any literature also that has worked on showing that AI can be much would be useful, but haven't seen any literature, because everyone is at present focusing on their aspect, and secondly on the commercial aspect like the Netflix and everything. So at present, no, I haven't came across.
One more question from Dr. Deepa Patil. She wants to know what about the softwares which are incorporated into the CBCT software of the machine for Ceph airway and endo analysis. Are they different from AI?
See, I would, as I told you, the AI can be used partially, and AI can be used completely. In our the CBCT software, as I already told you, like for if we say that Anatomage was the first company to bring airway analysis, and that is since I have a 4-year career, so it would be much more, but 10 to 12 years before they were doing airway analysis, and which we are speaking right now, talking about right now. So what we were doing, if you are using it right now, what we are doing, we are just marking the pathway. In those pathway, they are detecting the grayscale value, and they are giving us that where and what kind of difference it is there on the volume basis. Some are doing it on the volume basis, and some are doing it on a different basis. So most commonly it is on the volume basis. So it is partially on the AI basis, and as I told, it is since 1950 AI has been used, that we are just talking right now. So yes, it is on AI basis.
So now a lot of appreciation is coming for Dr. Suresh. Thank you, Dr. Suresh. Thank you, everyone. And especially Dr. Suresh for such an enlightening lecture. And I'm sure all of the participants must have benefited from this webinar. Now, on behalf of IAOMR, I would like to hand over the certificate of appreciation to Dr. Suresh.
Thank you so much.
Certificate of appreciation that we are going to hand over to Dr. Suresh for his wonderful lecture on artificial intelligence in maxillofacial radiology.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Suresh.
Thank you, Dr. Suresh. It was a wonderful presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, thanks a lot. Participants, please fill up that feedback form for the certificate. There are a few questions also asked. So please completely fill the form, and we will give you this e-certificate, and your feedback is much needed. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, one and all. You are requested to please fill the link that has been shared with you fill in your details so that the certificate of the webinar can be handed over. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you for participating.
Thank you, ma'am.